One of South Africa's opposition parties, the Economic Freedom Fighters, is calling for a national shutdown and mass protests. It says it wants the president to be removed and rolling power outages to end. The party's warning businesses to close or risk being looted. Security's been tightened at government buildings and the army's been deployed. Well, for more on this, we're going to bring in Haru Mutasa from Pretoria. What are the organisers of the march hoping to achieve, Haru?
We cannot just sit, fold our arms while the country collapses. That is what Julius Malema has said. He is the leader of the opposition EFF party. He wants his supporters and ordinary South Africans to come and protest with him, calling for President Cyril Ramaphosa to resign. He wants also to protest about the economy, the high cost of living in South Africa, and the electricity crisis. Some areas in this country can go for more than 10 hours without power. The police and army have been deployed throughout the country to prevent looting and damage to property. And South Africans are watching these events very, very closely. They don't want to repeat, well, many of them don't want to repeat what happened back in 2021 when riots broke out over the economy. Hundreds of people were killed and a lot of property was damaged. But one thing to bear in mind is that it's a long weekend here in South Africa. Tuesday is a public holiday, so many people have taken Monday off on vacation, visiting family and friends. So that could affect the numbers at the protest today.
Haru, obviously, as we mentioned, rolling power outage is just one of the concerns that the people have there. Has the government been responding to these issues?
Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa has come out and he says he understands that South Africans are frustrated and his government is trying to do all it can to resolve all these issues. He appointed the country's first electricity minister, but critics are saying it's yet another ministry using public funds to do the job of what other ministries should have been doing in the first place. Ramaphosa says he feels that these protests are suspicious in terms of their timing. He says that he feels it's opposition parties who are trying to position themselves ahead of elections next year, trying to weaken the ruling ANC. Some analysts are saying it's more complicated than that. They're saying these protests highlight the huge divisions in South Africa between the people themselves, between different political parties, and as well as divisions within the ruling ANC party. There are people here who feel that since the ANC took over power in 1994, they feel some of those politicians in that party are no longer working for the best interests of the country. It's about their own interests. That's why some opposition supporters and some ordinary South Africans are out in the streets today saying they're going to march in protest.
From Pretoria, that's Haru Mutasa. Haru, thank you very much indeed.